Seer Travis Truth TV, episode 8. Now, this episode was going to feature quite different content about actual, well, we'll call it Seer Travis in the field, and actual, not just talk and chit chat, but actually Seer Travis in the field. However, certain things have gotten in the way of that, so that will be something for a future truth-based video. Now, but just briefly, it's important to realize that these forbidden truths that I express in these videos and via my website aren't just talk. It's very important that the superior lives the truth. Now, there is a particular topic that I would like to discuss today, and that is of the treatment of tortured victim creation of Australian society, Brendan Sokaluc. Now, this man, is accused of the Churchill arsons. He stands accused of lighting a bushfire where at least 10 human beings were burnt to death. Now, he had every right to do so. He is a tortured victim creation of his society, acting out his true reality. Okay? And this proves that he is a victim of your society by the very fact that he would undertake such actions. You should have begged him for mercy, apologized to him, realized his victimhood status, given him compensation, and only if absolutely proven necessary for the continued safety, not for revenge purposes, under the guise of justice, but for prevention and needy purposes in the future, because you have locked him up in a benevolent detention resort system, where he would receive every luxury as the victim. Now, victim Brendan is currently in jail. Now, there is no such thing, folks, as remand. Remand is just another label invented by your lie-based societies to pretend that people aren't in jail when they are in jails. And this is the sort of nonsense that you creatures buy into every day, whether it's by word, by thought, by action, or by acceptance. Even if you just accept that these things are true, you don't complain, you don't riot, you don't write letters about them, then you're living it. Okay? Now, victim Brendan has, on behalf of society, been violently bashed several times while in jail. Now, of course, various authorities, whether they just be local prison authorities or if it went all the way up to the Department of Justice, are launching a campaign against victim Brendan in order to torment him. Now, this is absolutely outrageous to me in my true reality. Okay, he is a tortured victim creation of his society, and you are subjecting him to further abuse, harm and punishment. And notice I say further, because you've already subjected him to severe abuse and punishment, and that's what made him into the arsonist, well, the alleged arsonist. Now, let's take what you're doing to him. You're locking him up in a little tiny cell, or it's like a cage, subjecting him to bad medical treatment, poor quality foods. He's been constantly abused, teased, assaulted, threatened. He's unsafe. He's being sexually harassed and sexually assaulted day after day. He's being bullied, and he now, recently, on today's the 1st of June, he's been violently bashed. And all of these things have been sponsored and facilitated by the prison system and society. Now, these things, okay, also involve prison authorities showing other inmates, okay, the Churchill arsonist's personal file, and giving them information to not only use against him to harass him, but also to prejudice and turn other prisoners against him, to encourage them to assault them. Now, this isn't something that's necessarily done out of some kind of personal, individualistic need. It is done because these people genuinely believed, as they've been taught by their society, that these bushfire arsons were wrong, and whoever may have lit them, if they think as in that they should exact some kind of perverse, twisted form of justice. And of course this has no truth-based legitimacy, just as the justice system has no truth-based legitimacy. Now, I've been in jail many times myself, and my personal file is always shown to other prisoners, and they have tried to even knock off or murder your Seer Travis. Okay? They've tried to murder me personally, but they're not successful with me. Nothing they do will ever break my resolve for the truth, the whole truth, to hate society, alright, and other things that I won't mention here on these truth-based videos. I will never back down. You can torture me in a torture chamber and abuse me for years, and all you'll do is give me more ammunition. You won't stop me. You won't make me hate myself. You won't weaken me. I can't be stopped. Okay? Okay? And it just shows you how perverse you are. You're trying to destroy the Churchill arsonist because you believe he might be guilty. And whether he's guilty or not isn't the issue. Okay? Now, this just shows you again how your society has got absolutely no right whatsoever to place anybody in jail. It's not safe. You're abusing people, and you don't have any right to judge them. You can't say that they're responsible. They're just doing as your society has reflected upon them, and you're all equally responsible. You're all just reflections of each other's reflections. Okay? So, basically, that's what more can be said about how sick your society is? Okay? You need a prison system to try and tease, torment, abuse, sexually harass, emotionally, psychologically, and physically destroy people. And your society is not going to get away with this. Believe me.